Hello and welcome back, friends. If you're new around here, I'm Big GATAH. If you're looking for the sharpest tennis bets, right where you belong. All right, well, I'll be covering tennis if you guys don't know. I'm covering the Halle and London Opens right now, in Germany and UK. And I do my best to give us the best, highest payout tennis bets there are on the market. I'll put it in the pinned comment below, as well as a link if you'd like to donate to the channel for the wins that we get on this channel. They're free plays, so if you guys are just feeling, generous, it's there. No need to do it; it's just there. Okay. How did everyone do in round two? We are in round two now, day two, of both Halle and London. And did anyone have any winners today? Put in the comments. If not, yeah, same. I had some straights win today. We took 2-0 for Zverev, success there. The Jack Draper money line, crazy match. Well worth the bet. It was a great thing to bet on. Very exciting match. Then we had Zizou Bergs, 35 plus unforced errors against Khachanov. What can you do? No one's going to predict they're going to have a bad game, right? When they're playing as well as they're playing. So the best we can do, right, is move on. We're going to keep winning anyway. Like, one loss bet doesn't really lose me money. Hopefully it should be doing you guys the same if you're just following me and following the instructions I put in my pinned comments. So let's carry on with day two of round two. All right, so we got Felix Auger Aliassime going against Karen Khachanov. Now, I know that they've played each other 3 times before, but it's been a while. Yeah, 2-1 Auger Aliassime. So, last 2 matches they played, Felix won. The last match they played was actually in Den Bosch in 2022. It was in a tiebreak in the first set. Actually, every match they've played went to a tiebreak. Within the last 3 matches, both of them have had tiebreaks. It seems like out of Felix and Taylor Fritz, because both of these guys I've said in previous videos are kind of hot and cold, and you don't know which person you're getting. We got the good Fritz against Moutet, but Moutet was just balling in that match. He was doing all types of shit to win that match, and I couldn't believe it. Honestly, that was very impressive. But Felix is going against Khachanov, who is just beating Bergs in straight sets after losing to Diallo quarters back in Den Bosch. So I could see it having a lot of games, honestly, a lot of total games. Maybe because in every match Felix has gotten over 13 games won, and in his past last 3 matches he's been getting about 13 games, except for one, 6-4 against Taylor Fritz on the grass. I'm not too mad at him going over 12.5 games. Could I see it also going to 3 sets? I could. Out of the 3 times they played each other, they've had two times it went to a 3rd set, but those were both on hard courts, so this would be the first on the grass. Not too sure what I'd go with this one here. You guys can put in the comments below what you guys got going on for this match. I might leave this one alone. All right, next we have Denis Shapovalov, aka El Chapo, going against Flavio Cobolli. Okay. So it looks like they never played each other before. El Chapo got 56% win rate on the grass across his career. So far, he's 1-1, 3-3 last season. He lost to Rinderknech and beat Humpere. Cobolli's only played one. He beat Fonseca in 3 sets, and that was a great match. I could see it having a lot of matches. Maybe even Cobolli to cover a spread. 4.5 on this plus 4.5 on the spread for him wouldn't be too crazy, I think. Um, Seems to keep games close. He's been. I mean, I wouldn't touch this match honestly, just because he's only played one match and against Fonseca, which is like a decent display of someone's level, but he hasn't played enough matches to really beat that. So it's hard for me to say on this one. I would probably leave this one alone as well. You guys can definitely let me know if you comments. A match that for some reason someone that's also in that category with Felix Fritz is Andrei Rublev. Don't know if I'm gonna get a cool, calm, collected, super focused Rublev or a frustrated one. That's why I'll say that. As far as their head-to-heads, Etcheverry and Rublev played once before. Etcheverry lost in straight sets with one tie break. Hard courts last year. He did beat Portero 6-1, 6-3. Etcheverry did. I don't really care much about that being as though like he's got a 28% win rate and the other guy has a 22% win rate. On grass, it doesn't really mean much to me. Rublev should be a icing on the cake, clean up crew type of bet here. He should easily get this game won. I won't say easily, but he should win this match. Feel pretty strongly about grass. He looked like he was playing really well. Shut me up with that performance. Bye with him. Next one. Okay, we got Marozan and Machac. Bobby and Marozan. Thomas Machac. Marozan has a 40% win rate on the grass, going 4-6 across his entire career. Machac is 7-7 with 50% win rate. He beat Jesper de Jong 3 sets. That was his only match. Then we have Marozan beating Khachanov in 3 sets. Also pretty impressive. Both of these guys will be having their second matches on grass. Both of them have played in 3 sets so far. Might be the better move to take maybe like Machac for a set. But I wouldn't. He hasn't been playing great. Marozan hasn't been playing terribly, but he doesn't play too great on comparatively. But now these guys are so. We'll see how this goes. I will leave this one alone as well. See much value in these. Okay. Now we have Renzo Sonego versus Alexander Sasha Zverev. I'm a pretty decent Sonego fan, but he hasn't had a terrific season. He was getting his ass beaten on the clay this year. 1-5 this season. He's 11-14 across all surfaces. Got more losses than Zverev. Zverev has 3 times as many wins as him. One thing about Sonego is that he kind of has a dog. He's got like some pit bull plays. He's got energy. Gets it close though, but he never can beat him. Went to a tie break last time they played each other in the same tournament last year. Beat him in straight sets. We can get him again for straight sets if we'd like. Looks like if there is a spread, Sonego seems to be covering it. That's something to think about. He seems to always cover his on the grass so far. Even in his losses, he's covering. Same with Zverev. The markets for this isn't up yet, so I'm like, fuck. What are we gonna do about that? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna move on to the next match. Has a full market for. I'm kind of a little blown about this match because I do like both of these guys. Obviously Yannick Sinner, channel favorite, the channel favorite, number one in the world. Won against Alexander Bublik. The last time they played each other on grass was in this tournament, quarterfinals. And Bublik retired after winning the first set. What was that? No, wait. So confused. It says Bublik retired, but he got counted for the win. Someone put in the comments what happened not last year, 2 years ago, and at Halle in Germany, why Bublik retired 7-5-2-0. Center got credit for losing. Maybe my name is wrong, but regardless, straight setter seems to have been something that was going on. That's the trend going on with Yannick Sinner and Bublik right now. Bublik, it'd be very, very, very interesting to see Bublik win. I'm not going to bet that, but I do think there'll be some value in his spread today. Oh yeah. Minus 2.5, Yannick Sinner, game spread. That's a tie break if it actually gets close. Then a double break. Or just a single break in the next. So, not too mad at that one. I'll be poking around at the parlay specials as well. You know, I love those super crazy ones. Score 2 points every game of the match type of game. This is not going to be one of those games with Bublik serve. Ain't no way. It's going to be some games where Sinner doesn't get more than a point, more than maybe even the other way around. Bublik may be playing at a level. Hmm. So, Adida. Yeah, I need some clarification on what. But you guys do know what's going on? Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna move over to the next tournament, okay? London. Pack things off. All right. Yuri Lehecka going against Gabriel Diallo. Ooh, this is gonna be a dogfight. It's gonna be a good match. Played each other before. All right. Same age. Check. One's worth 4 million. One's worth 870K in prize money. One is on a 6-match win streak. One is on pretty big win. Munar in straight sets. Granted, it was Munar's first match on the grass this entire season. So he just came off of losing in straight sets to Ben Shelton. Emotional moment that took place there. But everything that he's been doing has been taking place in 2 sets. Everything that's been happening to him has been straight sets since his match against Khachanov, Roland Garros back in May. So I don't know if this is the mode he's in. I don't know if we get. I didn't see the Munar match, so I don't know how well he was. I don't know how he was looking. I gotta check and see how many unforced errors he had, but get to the bottom of that. Have that in the pinned comment. Yeah, this is gonna be a weird one. I don't know who's gonna win this match. To be quite frank with you, this could be like a 3-setter. Who do I think is gonna be more willing to win a set? I would say Lehecka because. Oh, excuse me. My goodness. I would say Lehecka. Just simply off of like form. Diallo's kicked into form. Started playing pretty well. Haven't played each other. Kind of a hard thing to go off of. Basing it off of who they've beaten. Lehecka beat Munar. Munar hadn't had playing time on the grass. Same with Diallo against Billy Harris, but he also gave a set. So maybe Lehecka might be in a better shape to get us a set. Not worth anything too crazy. 480 minus 480. See what else we can find. All right, now we got Jacob Fearnley against Corentin Moutet. I don't like betting on the French that often just because of what it is. Things don't go my way when I bet on French form a certain type of way that I don't really find conducive to bet or for just one. They played last year on the indoor hard courts. Fearnley won 6-2, 7-6. Stockholm. Moutet just beat Taylor Fritz in a 5-setter. And he beat Rinderknech in the qualification round. And he beat Bellucci. He's beating people that are like playing really well. Fearnley's going against Alex Ball. I think Moutet gets a set here, if not the match. I think Moutet gets a set here, dude. I really do. I think he can get a set off this guy. He's playing some absurd tennis. That Taylor Fritz match was crazy. That match was crazy. That'd be my pick for it. But just so we go into it. Fearnley is 1-1 so far this season. He went 9-3 last season. 57% winner on the grass. Current form is at 14, 23 and 14 across all surfaces. Okay, 18 and 14, 4 and 1 on the grass, but at 59%, 2% higher than Fearnley. As far as rank, Fearnley is about 30 ranks higher than him. Ranked 60, he's ranked. I don't know, man. Something about Moutet. I know I don't like betting on the French, but like a lot of sense for him to win this. Seems like he's playing so well. Granted, Fearnley's going to be in the UK playing against his home crowd. Saw how well he played against Alex Ball. My thing is that if you think someone can win a set, you don't think they can win the. Why don't you think the other person? What's holding you back from betting on the other? Because one is worth way more than the other. So why not just one's ruled out to work? Why wouldn't the other one? And if that isn't the case, why don't you take them to win in straight sets? Something's keeping you from betting on someone to win in straight sets because you think that may win. If you think they may win, why don't you get them for it? That's kind of how I like to look at Moutet's picking with this specific match. If you guys are on that risky train and you want to go for it, I know I don't. I don't want to. Don't want to. Really don't want to. Watching Moutet play, he makes me feel like he's an. There's a few French people that are exceptions to the rule. People that we will continue to bet on. Ugo is one of them. Snaps back in the on Ugo. Don't love Moutet, honestly. The way he's playing right now is hard to not admire. Arthur Feast as well. I think I can get down with. He's pretty cool. There's a few more. Top of my head, I'll let you guys. French aren't all that bad. Like bad for me to, and I try not to like have you guys bet on them because I don't win. Neither do you guys. Fighting the bets. Let's move on. That was a long segment. Got another simple winner here. Got Carlos Alcaraz going against Munar. Jaume Tony and Munar. Believe it or not, the first time they played each other, which was 4 years ago, Munar won in straight sets in Spain. That's gotta hurt. Both Spanish. 6-year difference between the two of them. Carlos has won straight sets most recently. Oh, well, they played each other 3 years ago. It's been quite some time since I think the form that Alcaraz is in is no match for this. We got super unfortunate luck. For anyone that took the Carlos Alcaraz to get 2+ points in every game of the match, it got voided for the match he had with whoever I was talking about in that video. And they moved him over to playing Adam Walton last minute. And the bet pool just completely switched. I didn't get a chance to even bet on that. I wouldn't have taken it again, and it didn't hit again. But man, I was so excited for the opportunity to just take in straight sets, him to get a point, points in every game. That was plus 950. Anyway, Alcaraz did end up getting to a tiebreak with Walton, second set. Alcaraz winning in straight sets is minus 500. There's like no money in it unless you pair this together with some other. Yeah, crazy work. Crazy work. I'll look at the specials and see what they have in there and see if there's any crazy that I can give. play with. All right, and then our last but absolutely not least is going to be a match that I'm so surprised. We're gonna actually watch as the final match of the day. I believe it's Opelka and Rinderknech. Rinderknech is 10-20, but he's 3-2 on the grass this season. Opelka's 5-2, 21-15. Records are almost reversed. Rinderknech has had some really weird wins, bro. Just beat Ben Shelton in straight sets. That's like got me frozen, bro. Opelka beat Carabelli in straight sets, but went to a tiebreak. Carabelli, I remember that was his third match ever on professionally on the grass, and he got a set off Opelka, or he almost got a set off Opelka. Went to a tiebreak with him. So I don't know, and I don't want to bet on Rinderknech. Don't know if Opelka can get around. I gotta see how Rinderknech is moving because I told you guys, literally, I'm a Opelka fan. I love to bet on the guy. Love to bet on the guy. If he was going against Zizou Bergs, which he did, I said Zizou Bergs is moving around like he can get every ball this dude hits and he can return everything. If he's moving like that, he can probably beat Opelka. Beat Opelka in straight sets and wipe the floor with him down. 6-1, 6-4. Not close, if you ask me. Zizou Bergs and Rinderknech, I don't know if that play style is the same. It has Opelka played against Ben Shelton before. No time recently. I want to take the Opelka money more than anything. 55% winner on the grass. Not that high. 21-17. Rinderknech is 18-18 career wise. 5% difference. Rinderknech has been playing more on the grass. More. Past 5 years, he's been. Opelka took a year off in 2023 because of the injury. 2022, he had been beginning of the injury. Yeah, he's only starting to play really well. So, much as I love him, maybe a set. I'm mad at him getting this. Played each other once before, both in on hard court in the past year as well. These are long matches. I'm not mad at that. Total games might be the move for. We can find an alt. Yeah, it's at 26.5. Jesus. I'm gonna alt that down if we can. This is gonna be a 2 tiebreak game. Minimally. The lowest you can get the game. See how many. Let's see. Check. Wow. Both of these guys are in total games are at 13. I like Opelka getting over 13.5 games. Like that. I actually do like that. Like that one. All right, well, that does wrap up all the picks we do have. Damn, that was 30 minutes. Jesus. Talking about nothing. Talking about something. Talking about tennis. All right, well, I appreciate you guys for stopping by the channel. I'm going to get these plays up for you as soon as possible. Don't forget, we have finals, game 6. Ready for game 6 of the finals in Indiana. Hopefully we can get the Thunder to end it all here. Rain on the parade of Indiana. If not, it is what it is. Onward to game 7. All right, thank you guys for coming to the channel. As you know, I'm Big Gata. Put in the comments below what you guys are playing. I'll be looking forward to it. Take care of each other. Be well. Happy betting.